Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. Today we're doing the best metal albums of 1981. As I said in my last video, I will be dividing my videos into both heavy metal and hard rock. There may be a few bands that kind of like straddle the line between the two genres. And I will begin with the most popular releases, and then I will get into a few more like obscure or lesser known bands later on in the video. With that being said, let's get into it. My first album is Black Sabbath Mob Rules. This is their 10th studio album and their second with Ronnie James Dio. So I have a full review of this album and I will link it at the end of the video. This album is considered to be one of their best. It features Sign of the Southern Cross, which in my opinion is one of their best songs in their entire discography. There are a lot of other classics on this disc, and this album is often considered to be influential in the death doom genre. My second album is Iron Maiden Killers. So this is the second studio album by Iron Maiden. It features Paul Di'Anno on vocals, and it's also the only Iron Maiden album to feature two instrumentals. The two instrumentals are called The Ides of March and Genghis Khan. This album includes a live staple called Wrathchild, Murders in the Rue Morgue. It's another classic track, and this is based on the story by Edgar Allan Poe. The third album I have is Judas Priest, Point of Entry. So this album followed British Steel, and many people would rank it low in their catalog because it has some more radio-friendly songs. It also gets sandwiched between two of the most well-loved albums. So a lot of times it fails to get recognition. It features three singles: Heading Out to the Highway, Don't Go, and Hot Rockin'. Many of the songs are a little more pop-oriented, and they sound more reminiscent of Turbo, with the latter being a much better album. One notable deep cut off this album is Thunder Road. Features an almost psychedelic interlude and heavy futuristic sounds, and it's definitely a pretty cool track. My number 3 pick is Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. This is Ozzy's second solo album and the last to feature Randy Rhoads before his untimely death. The most notable tracks are Over the Mountain and Flying High Again. In 2017, Rolling Stone magazine ranked it number 15 as the greatest heavy metal albums of all time. There's some deep cuts. The track Believer, that one's a favorite of mine, has a pretty cool heavy bass classic metal riff, has some futuristic guitar fills. It creates like a haunting atmosphere. My next album is Accept with Breaker. This is their third studio album, released on March 16th, 1981. This album has an angrier tone than its predecessor because the band decided to record the album the way they wanted it, and they weren't trying to shoot for like a radio hit or anything like that. The title track has a heavy riff, and it could even be considered like proto-thrash or speed metal. The profanity-laced track Son of a Bitch is also included. It's kind of fun to listen to. Check that one out. Album number 6 I have is Anvil, Hard and Heavy. So this is their debut album. Anvil is a Canadian metal band. They've been around a long time. They never reached worldwide success, even though they came close a few times. There's a really good documentary on this. It's called Anvil, the Story of Anvil, released in 2008. The band has a vast discography, 18 studio albums, and their last album was even released in 2020 called Legal at Last. One of the tracks on this album is called AC/DC, which has nothing to do with the band, but it's about a girl who goes both ways. The track Bedroom Game is pretty cool. It's a speed metal, and they have a cover of the Rolling Stones, Painted Black also. Album number 7, something a little more obscure, Praying Mantis, Time Tells No Lies. So Praying Mantis is an English heavy metal band. They're part of the new wave of British heavy metal. The album was released in 1981 on Arista Records. The band has more of a hard rock 70s feel. The track titled Cheated has melodic guitar soloing. It's pretty cool 70s feel. They have another song, a cover of the Kinks classic All Day and All of the Night. My album number 8 is Riot, Fire Down Under. This is their third album, released February 9th, 1981. Riot plays straightforward heavy metal, but later moved into a more power metal direction. The most notable track on this is Swords and Tequila. It's very like Maiden-esque. This is a really good album, probably one of the best on the list. Album number 9, Saxon, Denim and Leather. This is their fourth studio album, released September 25th, 1981. Features two of the most well-known songs and the band played on, the title track and Princess of the Night. The title track is pretty cool. They sing about, like the lyrics talk about the heavy metal lifestyle. And at number 10, I have Tigerpang Tang, Spellbound. So this is their second album, released in April 1981. The track Hellbound might seem familiar because it's been covered by thrash bands, Haken, Creator, and Destruction. The band has like a lot of energy and like an 80s Iron Maiden feel. In conclusion, I'm going to do some recommendations. So my high recommendations, like the best albums on my list, are the ones from Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Riot, and Saxon. Those are 10 out of 10 albums. Those are all classic, great albums. Now, I'll give a moderate recommendation for the albums from Tigerpang Tang, Anvil, Accept, and Iron Maiden. Those, I would say, are good albums. And two albums I just thought were okay were the ones from Judas Priest and the Praying Mantis album. That's all I have for now. I'll probably be getting some more. This is 1981, so I'll do the hard rock albums of 1981. There are a lot I didn't include, which I will include in my next video. Please like and subscribe. Comment below anything I missed, any albums you want me to talk about. So let me know down in the comments section. Other than that, like I said, like, subscribe. See you soon. Keep on rocking. Before I go, for my full review of the Mob Rules, the Black Sabbath Mob Rules video, that is right there. And for metal albums of 1980 is right there.